What is up, YouTube? This is Chris, the Unprofessional Dad, and I'm here with another knife video. You know, guys, I talk about a lot of different subjects and topics, and when it comes to the knife world, every one of them can be debatable, an issue of conflict and debate and argumentative if people wanted to be that way. I try not to be that way ever. I try not to choose hills to die on and stuff like that. I try to be like zero resistance, because every perspective, and this comes, I guess, from my background and stuff like that, and when I did what I did for 20 plus years, you know, you learn to grow to understand things from other people's perspective and be empathetic and see why somebody feels a different way or looks at something a different way. Blade steels, for instance. I understand why people are blade snobs. I understand why people are knife snobs. When you've been through the crowd of the knives and you've been through the hobby, and you, in the beginning, you're excited and you want to get every knife. That's where I am right now. I'm wanting to get every single knife I can get. I don't care if they're $5 or if they're $5,000. I want to get every knife I can. I want to enjoy them. I want to learn about them. I want to grow as a collector and a knife enthusiast. But when you get past that point, you start weeding those knives out and you hone in on what you really like and what you prefer. You become a knife snob, and you've earned that. You've deserved that. You've been through all that other stuff, and you, like I said, you don't need to do that anymore. So you go from wanting the quantity, which is where I am. Now, I appreciate the quality as well, but you're past that. You just want to focus on quality now. I understand that completely. Many different subjects are like that. American-made knives versus China-made knives. There's very few things that are more volatile or radioactive than to talk about knives and where they're made. Because, and I love American-made knives, and I'm always going to support American-made companies and American-made knives. Anybody that knows me knows that. I'm America first, 100%. But I also don't fault or beat up or hate on a knife or a knife brand because they have knives made in China. I try to see things from different perspectives and why that would be beneficial to the company, or also why it would be beneficial to that company's consumers. Why they do it that way. Price, capabilities, manufacturing, whatever it is. I try to be empathetic to the situation. There's a lot of different, topics that you can find in this knife game that are like that. One that is a constant issue of debate is budget. I think anything $100 and under is budget. But I also know that not everybody lives in my budget. Some people, $100 is not budget. Some people, $100 is, throwaway knives, because they might be a celebrity or somebody who has a business and they are extremely successful in life. And Chris Reeves and, McNeese, those are budget knives for them. They live in the Rockstead world. Nothing wrong with that. I applaud them. I hope to get there one day. There's also people that have different limitations and can't afford $100 knives, or they just don't see the value in spending $100 on a knife because they look at it as a tool that will be beat up, used, lose value. It's going to get lost. It's going to get nicked and dinged up and marred up and then thrown away, dulled out, over sharpened, lose its value. It's done. It's just a tool. So for whatever reason, $100 is not their budget, and they never could or would spend that much. I've done several different videos. Top 10 lists with no budgets, top 10 lists with $100 because I consider that budget, top 10 lists with $50 or under. And I've gotten several requests in the past to do more videos of that $50 and under, because more people probably per capita or just by ratio, more people live in that budget realm than they do the higher end budget knives. So what I've done, because of a recent email that I got, and this person has emailed me several times asking me to do this, and I've got so many videos that I want to make. I can only get around to so many. But I told them that I was going to make another video with more knives that came in under $50. And that's what I've got right here. All of these knives are under $50. They're all great knives. They are all budget knives. Some of these you can get at Walmart and Lowe's. Some of them you can't. But I'm going to get into them and I'm going to show them to you. These knives aren't for everybody. I think they're all great knives. And when you take them for what they are, just what they are, you see the value. And the very first one, the reason I say this is because of the very first one. The very first one is a knife that I think that is fantastic. And people are going to disagree with me when I show this but there's been a million videos made about this knife for a reason. And it is the Ozark Grail, or the Ozark Trail, but everybody's calling it the Ozark Grail. Ozark Trail. And the reason why I'm starting off with this knife right here is because of all the knives on this table, I don't know of any one of them that gives you the amount of just what you get for $10. There's the other knives on this table that give you a lot for their price, but not one knife on this table will give you as much as you get when you get this knife for a $10 price. It's absolute. I don't know how they do it. You're getting a D2 blade, you're getting a crossbar lock, you're getting full steel liners, you're getting GRN handles, a pocket clip that's almost deep carry, and it is reversible, so it's left hand or right hand tip up. It's got good jimping on the top, dual thumb studs. The action is great. Now, people might say, oh, that knife is going to wear out. It's not good heat treat. It's going to break. It's not good D2. It's garbage D2. It's going to break in a few months. What? It's $10. I don't care if it breaks in no time. It's $10. You could take this knife and beat the tar out of it and get 2 months worth of use out of it, beat the tar out of it, use it for everything that you want. Boom, boom, boom. Buy another one, $10. I mean, it's crazy how much you get with this knife, and I don't know what they're doing. And again, I know people get caught up on the heat treat and stuff like that. You can talk with that argument when you're talking a more expensive knife. If the knife costs a whole lot of money, then let's talk about heat treat, because you better get your money's worth. Then let's talk about blade steel, because you better get your money's worth. Then let's talk about manufacturing and fit and finish and all that other stuff, because you better get your money's worth. But when you're talking $10, I don't care how bad it is, there ain't nothing to complain about, because it's $10. So instead of looking at this and saying, oh, it's got horrible heat treat, I'm looking at this saying, holy smokes, it's got D2 for $10. It's got a crossbar lock for $10. Good action. When I said this before, and I got blasted in the comments, and a guy emailed me telling me how I was going to lose credibility because I obviously didn't know what I was talking about. He obviously didn't listen to what I said. I put this knife next to a bug out, and I said, if you were someone that did not know anything about knives, you did not know anything about knives at all, and you were completely illiterate and ignorant to knives, and all you saw was, well, here, it's right here. All you saw, now we all know, was that both plastic handles, both crossbar locks, both got a blade, one's black, one's not. You ain't going to understand why one costs $10 and the other one costs almost $200. You ain't going to know the difference. You're going to be like, holy smokes, I'm going to take this one all day long. Heck yeah, that's $10. I'll save that. When I used to be in sales, people would ask, well, why don't they sell products like this in stores and stuff? Well, because this is obviously extremely high quality. You pay for what you get. If you walked into the store and you seen that option for that price, and you seen this options at Walmart for $100, and all you know is they're both the same kind of product that do the same kind of job, but you don't know the difference and why this one costs that much, which one are you going to go with every time? Oh, I'm going to go with the $100 one. Absolutely. That's why they don't sell this one in the stores. because nobody's going to buy them because they're always going to go with the cheaper version. And that's what I was saying. If you put these two knives together, to an ignorant person of knives who does not, and ignorant is a term, you know, it's not a derogatory term. It just means they don't know anything. Look at them. I wouldn't have known the difference. $10. Under 50 bucks, $10 right there. It's going to be hard to beat that knife. Now, another knife that you can get, I absolutely like. I like this knife a lot. I like the look of it. It's a little different. It's a little wonky looking, a little odd, but it's a good little EDC knife, and it's under 20 bucks. And it is by the brand Ka-Bar. Now, this isn't an American-made Ka-Bar. This is the Ka-Bar Warthog. This is made in China. This is basically like I think it's like 420 or 440 or something like that. Let me see what this is. Oh no, it's 3CR. It's only 3CR. All right, but I'm gonna tell you this: as far as the fit and finish goes, and the way that it's made, it feels good. Full steel liners. It's very sturdy and heavy in your hand. It's got a good little thumb ramp right there with jimping. It's got a really nice swedge for piercing. It's got a good belly. This is a hollow grind, so it's a slicer. Dual thumb studs. It is a liner lock. Now, it's not a reversible pocket clip. It's not deep carry, and it's also tip down. So this is going to be a no-go for some people, and I know that. But I wanted to show you different options under 50 bucks. So this is a right hand only, not left hand. This is right hand only and tip down. It's not reversible in any way, but it's got G10, textured G10 handles, steel bolsters, a liner lock, full steel liners, dual thumb studs, and a really neat little blade right there. Look at that. A great little EDC knife right here. Great little EDC knife. You're not going to be able to do anything too much with this knife. I mean, it's not, but you don't expect it to for 20 bucks. Package opening, cutting some boxes. It's going to be extremely easy to sharpen. You could literally carry a little pocket honing rod or something like that, or a little, Jesse makes those leather straps. You could carry a strap in your back pocket or whatever, pull it out once or twice a day, just give it a 30 seconds, boom. Keep honing that edge back. It'll hold the edge all right. It's only 3CR, so it's nothing to write home about. It's not good blade steel. It is a budget blade steel. But for 20 bucks, what do you expect? I like this little knife. I think that somebody that's looking for an inexpensive, really nice, different type of knife and a good brand, I like Ka-Bar. I like Ka-Bar a lot. I've said that a million times. I'm a Ka-Bar fan, and because of their history and stuff. But yeah, look at that texturing right there. That geared, what do they call that? That geared jimping on the backside. I mean, this is just a nice knife. 20 bucks. This next knife, also another knife under 20 bucks. Get out of here. This knife is insane. I love this knife. The SOG Aegis FL. That's an outstanding little knife right there. Full steel handles, frame lock. It's a true deep carry pocket clip. Now the screws aren't inset into the handle, so it might snag a little bit, but no big deal. It's also not reversible. So it's right hand only, but it is tip up. It's got dual thumb studs. Again, full steel handles. I mean, the action on this thing is excellent. Excellent. Look at that blade. You want to talk about a slicey blade? Food prep, box cutting, just general EDC, tactical, whatever, piercing. I mean, this knife right here, this has one heck of a really nice blade on it. The geometry on this thing is insane. It's got good jimping on top right there. It's not micro at all. It's not super aggressive, but it's getting up there into that really aggressive realm. Again, dual thumb studs. 20 bucks. And it's a SOG. I don't have a lot of SOG knives, but I'm going to tell you right now, I like this knife a lot. A whole lot. Now, let me find, I'm going to find out what the, I do not see what the blade steel on this is. It just says stainless steel. This is probably going to be another one that's like, 5CR, 7CR, something like that. But it's the Aegis FL. This is an awesome knife. It feels good in the hand, really good in the hand. It's got some weight to it, but look at the geometry of that knife. Look at how flat that is. This is a slicing machine right here. Easy to strop, easy to hone, easy to sharpen. This is a great knife. If you've got a job where you're going to be doing a lot of cutting, like box cutting and stuff, yes, it's not going to hold an edge long. I know that. 100%. It's budget blade steel, as budget as it gets. So of course it's not going to hold up very long. But it's only 20 bucks. So we keep coming back to that. But it's easy to sharpen. So it's going to have a lot of capabilities for $20. I like this knife a lot. It's a SOG, a tactical knife. There you go. This would be a great bag or a great knife to like keep in a if you go to the range a lot and you're going to just need it to like cut targets and different things like that, cutting zip ties, cutting paracord, stuff like that, just general stuff. This is a great knife that would go well with that type of situation. I like this knife a lot. This next CRKT, another knife coming in under 20 bucks. And this has one of the best blade shapes on the table for EDC, and it's the copacetic. Look at that blade. That is an EDC blade shape right there. A really good, sharp, pointy tip. This is that sheep's foot, Wharncliffe, reverse Tonto, whatever you want to call it, blade. Every time I think I'm calling it the right thing, I'll look and they're calling it something else. But an excellent hollow grind. Very nice hollow grind right there. This is a slicer. It's got a really good belly for cutting. Dual thumb studs right there. Now, it does have jimping on the handle and a little bit on the blade. So you're going to get some good jimping right there. But it doesn't go very far out on the blade. It's got a really nice finger choil, so you can get a good grip on this. And the handles are rubberized. So you're going to get a good tacky grip. This is a good EDC knife. Inexpensive, $20 knife that's going to be able to, it's full steel liners. It's got a liner lock. This is another one though that's only right-handed. It is a deep carry, but it's only right-handed, and this is another tip down knife. And again, I know some people are just absolutely, if it's tipped down, they want no part of it. But again, I try not to pick too many hills to die on, and that also is not a hill that I would die on. Some people, I understand why they would though. It's just not for me. It does have a great flipper tab right there. Boom, action jumps right out into place. This is a great little knife, under 20 bucks. The CRKT copacetic. This is probably one of the best blade shapes on the table for EDC. Here's another K-bar. You're going to tell by the blade how much I love this knife. I've even told in stories before in past videos how this knife was so important to me for a long time, how I used it and I thought that this knife was so awesome, and I didn't understand why people gave me weird looks with it. Once I started collecting and I realized what this was and stuff and how budget it really was, I got it, but for a long time I thought it was the cream of the crop when it came to knives. Look at that blade, how much it's marked up and been used. I've had this knife for years. This is the K-Bar Mule. This is a beast of a knife for $30. A beast. You can get them with clip point or you can get them with Tonto tip. You can also get them drop point, I'm pretty sure. It's a lock back system, so it's going to be really safe. And sturdy, the locking system. Dual thumb studs. This isn't not a knife that you're going to have great action with. This is a knife of intention. You open it and close this knife intentionally. You have to. It's got a good deep carry pocket clip that is reversible. So it's left hand or right hand tip up. It's got full steel bolsters and G10 textured handles. Again, look at those steel liners. This thing is heavy, bulky, sturdy, thick blade stock. This is a beater knife right here. This is a great tactical knife. I'm telling you, this is in 420 blade steel. Now, another one with the hollow grind, but you know that it's $30, 420. This thing is just awesome. I love this knife. I love the look of it. I love the feel of it. I love how heavy it is. I love how big it is. I love how capable this knife is. I use this knife, I'm telling you right now. And you can see how much I sharpened it. I sharpen this knife all the time, and it is a razor blade sharp. I mean razor blade. Here's the thing about this knife. I used this knife for a long time, and this is one of the reasons why I'm not a steel snob at all. People tell me, oh, 8CR, so it's this and that, and that you shouldn't ever buy a knife in 8CR or 420 or whatever, unless it's S30V or S90V, you don't want it, you know. Here's the deal. For a long time, I had this knife, and I never knew what I didn't know. And I didn't know anything about S30V or S90. I didn't even know what those numbers meant. If you'd have told me I have a blade in S30V, I'd have been like, what does that mean? What does S30V mean? I wouldn't have known. When people were asking me, what's your blade made out? It's metal? What are you talking about? It's a knife. It's just a metal blade. What type of metal? What, are you on something, dude? Are you smoking something or something? It's metal. That's how I looked at it. I didn't know. But I used this thing forever. And I never one time came across a job that I could not do. I did everything with this knife. I took this knife out into the woods. I took this knife. I opened a ton. I own the Prep Shack. We open boxes every day. Not hundreds of days, but I'm hundreds in a month. And I cut all the time. I would always sharpen this knife, but never once ran into a job that I could not do with this knife. And it's still, all these years later, holding up just like it did the day it was bought. $30. That's why I'm not a steel snob. That's why I'm not a blade snob. Because I've used inexpensive knives and it never bothered me. As long as you're willing to sharpen your knife and take care of your knives, then your knives will do the job. You can't cut anything with MagnaCut that you can't cut with this. You might not cut it as well or as long without being sharpened, but you can cut it with this. The next knife, a Gerber Zilch. I don't have a lot of Gerber knives. I do have a lot of Gerber multi-tools. I'm not a big fan of Gerber knives. They do have some excellent knives, don't get me wrong. They also have some that aren't very great. Now, their multi-tools, I'm a huge Gerber multi-tool fan. I think that they have one of the best multi-tools on the market. I mean, they're not Leatherman, but Gerber makes really, really good stuff. This is the Zilch. This is a $26 knife on Amazon. And by the way, all the knife prices that I'm talking about are from Amazon. This is a $26 knife. Look at that blade shape. This is a little EDC knife, box cutter, letter opener, nothing special. It's just a great little knife, a little pocket knife. You got something you're going to sit and whittle on, cutting apples, those types of normal EDC tasks that you're going to do on a day-to-day basis. The Gerber Zilch will knock it out with no problem. It will handle every one of those jobs. Now, it is not designed for any kind of hardcore heavy task. It is not a beater knife. It is not. It's FRN handles. almost a deep carry pocket clip. It's not reversible, so it's right hand only, tip up. It does have dual thumb studs right there, and it's got fullers on both sides. I don't know what those fullers are for because the weight is not heavy at all. This is a very light knife. Basically, it's for looks. It is a liner lock with full steel liners. Very, very light, very light. Like, you're talking bug out light knife. Oh yeah, extremely light. Now I don't think it's as light as the bug out, but it's close. Now the Zilch is again a $26 knife. It's hard to beat the Zilch. What is the blade steel on the Zilch? I think this is oh, it don't have any stats on this knife. What do you know? Go figure. Yep, it doesn't have the blade steel on this. Go figure. I'm not surprised. Probably 3CR, 5CR, something like that. Another knife that's you know, inexpensive, 26 bucks, but it's a cool little knife. Now this knife is awesome. This knife is awesome. I love this knife. The Kershaw Misdirect. I've talked about this knife before. This knife is fantastic. Full steel handles. It's a frame lock. It's got a 3-position pocket clip, so you can go left hand or right hand, tip up. You can only go right hand, tip down. You cannot go left hand, tip down, but you can go right hand, tip down. Now you can go left or right hand, either one, tip up, because it's got a 3-position. 1, 2, 3. 3-position pocket clip. It also has a spot right here for a lanyard. It's got a really cool geared spacer right there in probably just cheap plastic, but it's a frame lock. It is an assisted knife, so this thing jumps into place. It is ready to go to work. You know how assisted knives are. This little flipper tab right here, boom, look at that. Another one with a beautiful swedge, reverse Tonto tip, hollow grind, another slicer knife. A great little EDC knife. Great little EDC knife. Now, this knife is, the Misdirect is in 4CR stainless steel blade. You know, blacked out stonewash finish on the blade. Nothing special, you know. Now the jimping on this is micro, extremely micro. I don't even know why they have the marks there, because you can hardly even feel it or know it's there. But this knife on Amazon is $26.97. It's just a really sweet little knife, frame lock little knife that's assisted. You can get them at Walmart, you can get them at Amazon. They're easy to find, but I'm gonna tell you, for an EDC knife, this is a great little knife. I love this. It's got the spirit of the Iridium and Bel Air in it. There's features of those knives in this. Now this isn't one of those knives. It's not even close to one of those knives. Not in blade steel, not in action, not in materials in any way. It just, when you hold this in your hand, it has the feel. I've got all of them. I've got the Iridium, I've got the Bel Air, I've got this one. And when you hold it in your hand and you're using it, you can tell that it's coming from a line inspired. They're all inspired by the same place, you can tell. And it's got that feel to it. So this is a frame lock, cool little knife by Kershaw. Jumps into place with that assisted action. A great little knife. Sharp piercing tip, good hollow grind. I mean, a lot of cutting edge. Great knife right here. Easy to sharpen with 4CR. Again, 4CR is nothing to write home about. It's 4CR. So let's not even talk about the blade steel. It's not worth talking about. But it is easy to sharpen, easy to hone. And here's another great thing. When you're new to sharpening and knives, you don't know how to sharpen, you don't want to have an expensive knife anyways, because you're probably going to mess the edge up. I just watched a video this morning where somebody paid to have their knives sent off to a sharpener, and the sharpener didn't know what he was doing, and he destroyed these kitchen knives. Destroyed. I wish I knew the name of that channel. I'd never seen this guy's channel before, but it had like 200,000 views, and it was just posted 8 days ago. Why I charge double for knife sharpening. Look it up and you'll see. The thumbnail is a kitchen knife just destroyed. That's what people that don't know how to sharpen will do to an edge. When you pay $26 for an easy, budget knife with 4CR, it's going to be easy to sharpen, but if you do destroy the edge, no big deal. Here's a knife that's another one that people would disagree with because they just don't like the brand or whatever, and it is Swisstech. I love this knife. This knife could have been in my executive knife list, but I didn't put it in there. This has got, look at that. Look at how good looking that knife is. Look at that knife. Look at that beautiful red spacer. This thing, look at that action. Get out of here. One more time. Come on. This is called a spew blade. It's a spew blade, kind of like what you'll see in some of your case knives and stuff like that. This style of blade is called a spew. Now, this is a flat grind, but it's right there where it could be a hollow grind. If one or two more passes across the belt grinder and it's a hollow grind. But as it stands right now, this is a flat grind. A spew blade with a flat grind. It's got aluminum handles with carbon fiber inserts on both sides. It's got a true deep carry pocket clip. Screws are inset into the handle so they're not going to snag. Now, it's not reversible, so it's right hand only, tip up. It's AUS 8 blade steel. So it's a Japanese blade steel, AUS 8. This thing costs $30. You can get them at Walmart or you can order them offline from walmart.com. Look at that action. Ceramic ball bearing pivot for $30. AUS 8 blade steel. Aluminum, carbon fiber, ceramic ball bearing, AUS 8 blade steel. Deep carry pocket clip, full steel liners with the liner lock. Come on, for $30. I don't care if the name is Swisstech and it's not CRKT or Buck or Kershaw. Again, not a hill I'm dying on. I argue methods, I argue results, not methods. It's just the way that it is. Other people argue methods. I don't. I argue results. I don't care how it gets done, as long as it gets done. I don't care what the knife brand is, as long as it's a nice knife. And this, for $30, is hard to beat. It's another one. What a coincidence that two of the knives on the table that have the most bang for your buck are both inexpensive brands that you can get from Walmart. What a coincidence. Now, am I saying that this is the best knife on the table or the one you should go with? No, I'm just saying that if you do go with this, you're getting a great knife. You're getting a $30 knife. If it breaks, gets beat up, you lose it, you throw it away, you give it away, you loan it out and don't get it back, either way, it's not going to break the bank. It's a great knife for $30, but it's only $30. And I love this knife. I love this knife. I'd carry this knife anytime and be fine with it. This is an executive gentleman style knife that I would absolutely carry anywhere. And I guarantee you people would see this knife that aren't knife people. Knife people would immediately know. But people that aren't knife people would see that and be like, wow, that knife is sweet. Because I know I would. I would have thought that when I was getting into this game. I would have been like, holy smokes, that's a nice daggone knife, man. Where'd you get that? All right, here's a knife. $40. Another knife that you can get off Amazon, online, any of your major retailers. You can also go down to the store and get it at Walmart. And it is the Buck Sovereign. Look at this knife. Now, ignore my fingerprints. Look at this knife. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. full steel handles, beautiful blade, 420. It's a hollow grind with a nice clip point blade. Look at that. I guess they're calling it drop point. Dual thumb studs. Almost a deep carry pocket clip. I mean, it pretty much is, but not quite all the way deep carry pocket clip. Now, it's not reversible. It's right hand only tip up, but it is a button lock. This thing has excellent action. Button lock. $40. Look at this knife. This knife is gorgeous for 40 bucks. That's another one of those blades that I told you, these blade shapes that are excellent for EDC. Excellent EDC blade shape right here. A good belly, a good strong piercing tip, pierce, slice, whatever, hollow grind, box cutter, whatever. But it's going to have the executive style look, gentleman's look, just a really quality, classy look right here. This is an excellent knife. 40 bucks. Come on. 420. So it's going to be easy to sharpen, easy to hone, because it's only 420 stainless steel. But we know what Buck can do with their 420. They get more out of their 420 than a lot of people get out of 14C. Some brands. Let me finish these up really quick. CRKT M1601S. You can get this in a ton of different versions. This is 8CR blade steel. You can get this in a ton of different versions. The M16 is one of their #1 selling lines. They've got more M16 variants than any other knife that they have. They have more variants for the M16 than any other knife they have. Now, I might be wrong about that, but I don't think that I am, because there's 2,000 variants for the M16. And there's a reason why, because the M16 sells like hotcakes. And the reason it sells like hotcakes is because it's fantastic. This has got full steel handles and liners. They're steel, but they're milled out for lightweight and that tactical look. It is a frame lock. This is another one that gives you only tip down, not tip up. But it's got dual thumb studs. It's a frame lock. It's got its little flipper tab there. Boom, right into place. Now, again, it is right hand only and tip down. So again, some people just won't like that, but I'm telling you right now, this is a great little knife. You can get these for around 30, 35 bucks for the M1601S, and you can get a ton of different variants. You can get this in Tonto tip. You can get it in different colors. Just, there's so many. You can get it with serrations, without serrations. You can get it in so many different variations. The M16 is a fantastic knife. And again, I'm pretty sure that the M16 is let me see. All right, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that this is 8CR. I could be wrong, but regardless, it's 30, 35 bucks. You can't beat it. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it offline. Fantastic knife. Another knife that I'm going to show you right here that's a fantastic knife, and this is the, there it is right there, the CRKT LCK. A great little knife. This has got those GRN handles that are black, but they have that carbon fiber look. They're carbon fiber-esque look to them. This is a true deep carry pocket clip, and it goes in through the top. Now, it's right hand only, tip up, full steel liners with a liner lock. Look at that blade shape right there. Look at that. Now, this is a hollow grind. This is a reverse Tonto. What do you call it? Sheep's foot, whatever you want to call it, but it's a reverse Tonto. Assisted flipper tab jumps right into place. Liner lock. Look how much cutting edge you've got right there. Boom. Sharp piercing tip. Another one that's good for slicing anything, hollow grind. I mean, this is a great knife. all the way around. You can get this in so many different variants. You can get it with the black blade. You can get it, with the G10 handles, nylon handles. You can get it in, they are calling this the sheep's foot. Yeah. So, all right. So I would have thought that it's the reverse Tonto, but they're calling it sheep's foot. Okay. So whatever. But you can get it with the black blade, satin blade, anything you want. And this thing is coming in at $39.99. The LCK, CRKT LCK, fantastic knife. Check it out. I got 2 more knives and I'm done. Sorry guys, try to make these short, but I just rambled too much. This is probably the best knife on the table in my opinion. This is the Kershaw Cryo. Why is it the best knife on the table? Because of who designed it. It's designed by Rick Hinderer, and we all know how good the Hinderer knives are. He designed the Zero Tolerance 0562 Hinderer edition, and it looks similar to this. This is the Kershaw Cryo designed by him. It's got full steel handles. It's got jimped handle up here and a blade, dual thumb studs. It's got a truly deep carry pocket clip. Now that's true deep carry. It's going to be down in your pocket. Now this is a 4-position pocket clip. So you can go left hand, right hand, tip up, tip down, however you want. You can switch it 4 ways. It's a frame lock. I like that. Assisted. Look at that action. Look at that swedge on top. Look at this blade shape. Oh my gosh. Another hollow grind. This thing is designed for work, for piercing, stabbing, slicing. This is a beater knife that's designed to go to work. I love this knife. This is probably the best knife all around on the table. This is a 2.75 inch blade, so it is right there under that 3-inch mark that some people can't have a 3-inch blade, whether it be for legal reasons in your area or for your job or whatever. This is a sub 3-inch blade. All in all, it's got the speed safe assisted opening. And it comes in multiple different styles. You can get this in so many different styles. The edge or the blade is 8CR stainless steel. 8CR. So it's not a bad blade steel. I mean, it's a budget blade steel. It's nothing great, but it's easy to sharpen. But again, look at that action. It jumps into place. This is a fantastic knife. And you can get this right now on Amazon for $46. I'm telling you, this is probably the best knife on the table. The Kershaw Cryo. I love this. And the last knife is another buck. And boy, I really like this knife. I really like this knife a lot. And it is the Buck Infusion. Look at that knife. Oh, look at that. That blacked out black stonewash handle. Deep carry pocket clip that is reversible left hand or right hand. That OD green G10 handles. Oh my gosh, this thing is sweet. Let me see, where is this one? Here it is. You can get this right now for $49.99 on Amazon. Now, this is spring assisted 7CR. So boy, that jumps into place. Look at that jimping, how much jimping you got on that blade. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that feels good in the hand. Good finger choil. I like these straight lines. Feels good in the hand. Very nice grind right here. This is a hollow grind. Almost feels flat, but you can tell it's a hollow grind. Those thumb holes are not thumb holes because you don't need them to be. It's an assisted knife. Boom, jumps right into place. The thumb holes are there just for the looks. It is a liner lock with full steel liners, so you're getting so much with this. Deep carry pocket clip, G10 handles, blacked out stone wash blade. There's just so much going on here. And you can get this knife right now on Amazon for $49.99. Look at this knife. Look how much cutting edge you have right there. Boom. Fantastic knife, guys. Fantastic. I love this knife. What a great knife. Guys, there's tons more. If you're wanting a knife under 50 bucks, there's a whole bunch of them that you can get. There's a ton more out there. I've got more. I can make another video under 50 bucks. But you're really starting to get into some knives that I just don't want to really promote too much for one reason or another. These are knives that would all be great beater knives, EDC knives under 50 bucks that you could beat up, throw away, whatever. Really quick, I want to make a couple announcements. Like I said yesterday, I am on Discord now. My Discord is in the channel description. So find it in the channel description. Join our Discord so we can talk day or night anytime you want. I've already been talking with a bunch of people and it has been fun. Number two, he wants to remain anonymous, but someone and their wife was very, very kind and they donated this knife. I just got it in the mail yesterday, brand new from Amazon. This is the Sencut Glide Strike. This is a knife under 50 bucks. It is one of my favorite knives under 50 bucks. I've talked about this knife a million times and they donated this. I will be giving this away in a couple weeks when I've got so many other knives to give away first. But this knife will be given away as well, and they want to stay anonymous. So you know who you are. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This knife will go to a good home, and somebody's going to love it because this is a fantastic knife under 50 bucks. I love the Sencut Glide Strike. Watch back my videos how many times I've talked about that knife, and I always praise that knife so much because of how good it is, in my opinion. All right, guys. Premium members, last night we went live. James McCann won the Engage, the Cold Steel Engage 3.45 inch with S35 VN. So if anybody wants to join our premium membership, remember, I don't keep the money. It only goes towards the knife of the month. And it's always at least $100 in value. We're getting a lot of members, so the knives are only going to get nicer now. The knives will, one knife a month, premium members only qualify for that. And we draw the very last day of the month. And James McCann won the Cold Steel Engage last night. And tonight, Tuesday the 1st, we will be live at 8 o'clock. And I'm giving away the QSP Penguin Tricked Out by Jimmy Crow. And I'm giving the CJRB Mylea designed by Swags, who is quickly becoming a real cool person to me. And we're chatting on Instagram and talking. And she's going to help me do some stuff that I will talk about in the future, but it's really, really cool. Hopefully something will come from it. I don't know, probably not. We'll see. It is what it is. But guys, regardless, thank you all. I wish you sharp knives and happy lives. I'm Chris, the Unprofessional Dad, and I can't wait for the next one. I'll see you guys tonight at 8 o'clock, Tuesday the 1st, 2025, April the 1st, April Fool's Day, by the way. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. See you then.